Dr. Vijay Vemulapalli works at Equifax as a software engineer. He has been a volunteer for Vibha since 1993 and has played a critical role in the growth of the organization on several fronts. He is Secretary of Organization, he is the board member of Vibha USA and Vibha India. He is the founder of Atlanta Action Center. He is also a key member of the project selection committee. He is one of the 25 most influential Asian Americans in Georgia. Vibha is a volunteer-driven organization and is considered one of the best organizations in Atlanta. Vijay is a very humble and many people admire his humility, and he is the main reason why many volunteers like me got attracted to Vibha. Vibha is already making change in the lives of thousands of kids and would not have been possible without committed volunteers like Vijay. Now I would like to ask Vijay to come onto the stage. Thank you.
First of all, I want to thank all of you for coming to this event. As a parent, I'm enjoying this session, and I'm more eager to listen to all the other experts and students. So I will be brief. I will introduce you to Vibha, maybe reintroduce Vibha at a very high level to some of you. And I also have two messages, one for parents and one for students today. Vibha is a non-profit organization, a volunteer-driven non-profit organization that raises awareness and funds for child development projects in India. Currently, we are supporting about 30 projects across 11 states, reaching about 50,000 children per year. Our focus areas are education, pre-primary, primary and secondary education, and then vocational training for teenage children. We also have about 4 projects for mentally and physically handicapped children. So this is our focus. We raise money through donations and organizing fundraising events. Dream Mile, most of you know, is our primary fundraising event in Atlanta. So that is how we raise money, which most other organizations do. But how we spend that money is where we are a little different. Number one, like most good organizations, we work very hard to identify whom to fund. We do a thorough research and monitoring even before we select the project, do an analysis even before we select a project. And even after we selected and funded it, we do a thorough job of monitoring that project even down to line item level as to how that is making a difference, what is it that they said, and is it how it is being done in the implementation. So we do a very thorough job of that. What we also do is, once we like a model that we think is scalable, we really put our energy behind it. And that is where we act as a social venture catalyst. A good example is Sikshana, one of the projects that we fund in Karnataka. In 2006, when we started funding it, they were making difference in 15 public schools to make the quality of education better. Today, as we speak, in fact, tomorrow, an MOU is going to be signed with the government of Karnataka. The entire state, 48,000 schools will be implementing the Sikshana model. And we take great pride in making this happen. So that is the scale that we are talking about when we say we are making a difference. Locally, we support projects wherever we are active. In Atlanta, initially we used to support Atlanta Day Shelter for Women and Children. And these days, we have been partnering with the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. In the last 7-8 years, we have supported them to the tune of $100,000. This is a photograph from our team presenting a check for $18,000 this year. Because they are our local partners for Dream Mile. we did something really exciting in Denver. We mobilized the community and raised $30,000 to be given to the school district so that they can donate laptops for the children. That school district didn't have. Vibha took up the cause and made that happen. So these are the kinds of efforts that we are doing locally as well, where we are raising money. Next, we are big into local volunteering. These are some of the examples that we have done. This is one area where I would really encourage all the parents and children come together as families and enjoy the experience. These are some of the examples. We do local volunteering almost every month. So this is a platform that we have created where you can come and be a part of making a difference. Next slide. Before that now, so that is what we do as Vibha. Now to the two messages that I have. First to the parents. Be more socially conscious. Allocate a percentage of your annual budget and start donating and set an example for your children and future generations. Do your research. Identify an organization or more that you can relate to and start supporting it every year. If you cannot do that research and identify organizations either in India or locally, then come to organizations like Vibha. We do a thorough job. Even do a research on Vibha as well to see where the money is going, how effective they are. But once you do that research, make sure that that is a part of your life. This is my strong message to all the parents. To students, I know, first actually I want to resolve the conflict between Mr. Jim Beach and Faye. Okay? What Beach was saying was, once you are in college, then you are entering in a different phase of life. Their grades don't matter. I completely agree with him. But in your high school, I know I have an 11th grade daughter, so I have to say, grades are important. Yes. Okay? So once you do that, make volunteering a part of your schedule. Make space for that. I know academics is important, but make sure that you do local volunteering. You take that seriously. We have created platforms in all your schools, and if there is none, we will be very happy to start another club there. But not only Vibha, Beta, and other organizations, make sure you do that local volunteering. And when you do local volunteering, don't do it just for the sake of hours. When you go there, identify what is this organization about, what is the problem that they are trying to solve, and how they are solving. All these are great examples on how you make a difference in future. Okay? Now, once you go to college, I would strongly encourage you to go one step further. Do some on-hands volunteering, either in India or any other country or even in USA. You don't have to take a year off. You can still do, summer volunteering, but serious, extended volunteering where you actually work with children or whatever is the cause that motivates you. And this is where you will earn, you will have a different perspective when you have a direct touch with the children or other beneficiaries over an extended period of time. One example that I would like to show is Kishore Vedala. He was one of the first Vibha youth members in Atlanta. When he was in UGA, he went and spent few weeks in one of the projects in India. And to this day, he says, this is when my resolve to become a doctor and make a difference, that is really the key, make a difference in others' lives, intensify. So he credits this experience to his resolve to become what he wants to become. Okay? So those are my two messages, one for the parents and one for students. And once again, I want to thank all of you for coming and wish you all the best to college-going students and all the students in that process. Thank you.